check out this guy. Take a look.
Hey, what's your opinion on Alberta independence? No comment.
We live on stolen land, so we can't take it from anybody.
We live on stolen land? What do you want to say over the camera? I'll give you something to say.
What do I want to say to the camera? It's just, I just encourage people to get out, participate. I think that's the absolute key to what's going on here is participation.
Yeah.
And it's just, and education.
Yeah.
And keeping it positive.
Well, I hate to warn people, but Quebec's going to do it again.
Yeah.
And Quebec has done this twice before.
Yeah.
Alberta's never done it before.
Right.
And for us to be treasonous in our country of Canada, I think that is pretty overwhelming.
Right.
I don't think that that's what we are. I think we are just people that are fed up.
Yeah.
And we want to make a better future for our children. And I want my kids to be able to have a home, a future, grandchildren, kids.
Yeah.
I want them to prosper.
Yeah.
That is a clip from John from Alberta, Jon from Alberta. He's on X, or Twitter as it used to be called, and he's on YouTube. He's been doing this across Alberta for a month. Very grassrootsy, doing what we call streeters. Others call it Vox Pop, and he joins us now, John from Alberta. Great to meet you in person. Thanks for coming on the show. You've been out there. It's chilly in Alberta. I don't know. It's been up and down. I was out there. It was minus 22 or so. But tell me a little bit about what you've been up to. It's been a month now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The pleasure is all mine. Thanks for having me on. I started doing this because I was laying on the couch just watching X, as they call it now. And I was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We better seize the moment. I believe in this cause. And for the first time in my life, I was like, let's actually get up and do this. So let's do everything I can. I got a GoPro so I can make videos. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, that's part of journalism. Doing streeters is a kind of journalism. It's taking the pulse of the region instead of just talking to the usual so-called experts or panelists on CBC. How many people have you spoken to, do you think, over the last month? Is it dozens?
Well, I've put out probably about 10 or 12 videos, and in my videos they're about an hour long, and I just have random encounters. So at least, some of them are just one or two, but I think dozens of people I've talked to.
And geographically, have you traveled around, or is it just in one place mainly?
Yeah, Edmonton and Red Deer and Calgary. And ma'am, can I ask you why you're giving me the thumbs down?
Because only white supremacists think that's a good idea.
You think I'm a white supremacist?
I think you're a
Why would you say that? You just met me. I'm not a racist.
You want to separate. For what reason? I don't understand.
Well, I would love to have a conversation with you, actually. Okay, that's kind of off to an interesting start. I was just going to record and that lady walked up.
You know what? These days, anyone, frankly, with their cell phone can do this.
Yeah.
GoPro is a pretty good device. I think that's a testament to what I call citizen journalism, and streeters are a form of that. Let me ask you, is there a common theme to the dozens of people you've spoken to?
You've finished a long run. You're hot. And thirsty. This is what we call a last resort. If your most recent electricity bill says the rate of last resort, then your rate is like the half-finished water bottle you noticed sitting on a bench. It will serve its purpose, but there are likely better options available.
I try to keep the conversations balanced, and I want people to just express themselves. I genuinely want to have honest conversations with people. I'd like to think of myself as one of the middle people on this issue, where I could have been swayed, the other way. And so maybe I'm reaching out to the people who haven't yet decided. And I think just having polite conversations, letting people express themselves. I can see sometimes in real time the gears kind of turning, where it's like, yeah, this is an idea they haven't really thought about, or they haven't really heard this perspective before, and maybe I'm starting to change some minds. What do you think of Alberta independence?
It's the shits.
Why do you say that?
Because I want to stay in Canada.
Why would you want to stay in Canada? Do you support Alberta independence?
It's for stupid suckers, man.
Oh, why do you say that? All right, there's my first meme for the day. Got no intellectual argument to say, just passing by with some crude words. You know, that actually proves when you lose the argument, when you got nothing to say like that.
This is the first step, as far as I'm concerned, that there hasn't been bloodshed. We're trying to do this without bloodshed.
Right.
For Ebby to say we're treasonous, I think Ebby needs to look after his own province and not worry about Alberta.
Yeah.
I honestly think that treasonous is a pretty big word.
Yeah.
And I've never been called a traitor before.
Yeah.
And I don't really like the actions that I'm a traitor. I am one that believes in freedom.
Right. And so it's like,
Right? There's so much negative stuff. We all know what all that stuff is.
Yeah.
But there's a real positive spin to this. And there's a lot of great things going on.
Yeah.
And this is a great province full of hardworking people. Yeah. And it's just exciting to be part of it.
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad you said positive, because we're going to win the hearts and minds of the people in the middle on this issue who are a little bit unsure.
Wow. You know, in a way, you remind me of Billboard Chris Elston. I don't know if you know who I mean.
I know him.
He goes out with the sandwich board, which has a statement like, kids can't be born in the wrong body. Like something that's really tough to dispute, but he'll stand there and he'll talk to anyone for hours even, and he's not looking for a fight. The opposite. Sometimes people come up to him aggressively. Have you had anyone be aggressive towards you?
Oh, yeah. The very first person that was aggressive to me was a lady on White Ave. She just came up to me and, like, the legal definition of assault is unwanted bodily contact, and she swatted the camera out of my hand. And I'm not going to complain about that, but, you know, you don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy in public. Just because I have a right to film you doesn't mean I should do it, though. So I respect, you know, people say, hey, I don't want to be filmed. I just keep on walking. But I want to have good conversations with people. And so she lost it. And, you know, a couple of people have also been really threatening to me. So I really appreciate what you guys do going out in public. And I've seen some negative stuff before. And, you know, maybe I'm learning from the best.
Well, I mean, these days, Antifa and lots of woke people think nothing of being violent. I used to live just off White Avenue when I went to school at University of Alberta. So I know it's sort of the hipster area. It's pretty woke. Lots of vegan coffee shops kind of thing. So I'm not surprised that the place you got attacked was White Avenue in Edmonton. And listen, Albertans are not unanimous on this subject by any stretch. And Edmonton and Calgary politically are quite different. Have you gone into the rural parts at all? Because I would imagine support for independence is very deep.
Yeah, I mean, the video I made at Stettler, which unfortunately will never be published, it was really positive. It seems like everybody there supported it. A few people didn't want to be recorded, and man, I wish I could have published that one. I know people out in Wainwright and Hardisty as well who support it. It's hard to make these kind of videos because there's like two people walking on the sidewalk, and you know,
it's tough. You know, doing streeters, the hard part is getting people to come over, and in rural parts, they're more polite. In big cities, they can be quite brusque. But it sounds like you're having fun doing it. What's the future? You're going to keep doing that, I suppose, as we get closer to the referendum in Alberta?
Well, I figured I was going to build my resume and then apply for a job at Rebel News.
Oh, well, maybe I can put in a good word to someone over here. Well, listen, you got half the battle, which is the courage to go out there and be a self-starter. So, John, you're halfway there. Listen, it's great to meet you. Congratulations. Yeah. And John from Alberta, let me make sure I get this right. What's your Twitter handle again?
It's John from Alberta on X.
And that's
then my YouTube
J-O-N.
channel's...
And what is it on YouTube again?
Talking to Albertans. I didn't brand myself very well, so maybe you got to give me some pointers on branding.
I think John from Alberta is pretty good, and Talking to Albertans is great. I think you got some good names there. Listen, it's nice to meet you. Keep it up, and maybe we'll check in with you a little further down the year.
Hey, thanks so much, Ezra. It's nice to talk to you.
All right, you too. There he is, John from Alberta, giving us the street update.